Hey, coaches, course creators, consultants, online business owners. Today, we're going to be talking about how to turn your videos from looking like this to looking like this. Welcome to the free training. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the 3 most important lights that can instantly improve the quality of your videos drastically. You can get all these lights on Amazon for just a few $100s. So if you invest in the quality of your videos, people will perceive your brand as a much higher quality brand. The first light that you're going to need is going to be a nice key light with a nice softbox. You can get one of these on Amazon for maybe $50 to $60. We steer clear from ring lights because ring lights tend to give much sharper shadows on your face, whereas a nice softbox is going to have a much more dispersion of the light across the subject's face. The second light that you're going to need is going to be a backlight. The backlight's goal is to separate the subject from the background, giving it kind of a halo effect. So you can get any sort of lamp with that kind of orange tint color to it. Today we're using a GVM light because I didn't have a lamp, but the goal is it's still going to provide that halo effect around the subject that will separate me from the background. The third light that you're going to need is some sort of colored light to give your background more depth and really make it pop. So today we're using some tube lights. You can get on Amazon for about $100. If you want, also you could get more budget-friendly colored floodlights that you could shine up at the wall. These may be around like $30 to $50. So today we're gonna go over how to set up this virtual studio. The first thing that you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna set up your camera. You've got the camera directly in front of you. There's gonna be some space between the subject and the camera and the subject and the background. So if you can see, I have pretty much equal distance between me and the background. A little bit extra space from my arms, a little bit of extra space to the camera. So what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna want to then put the key light about 45 degrees off to the left or off to the right of the camera. Today, we've opted to put the key light off to the left, 45 degrees, kind of angled down with the softbox on it. This is gonna give it much more dispersion across the face, not casting as many shadows. The next light that we have is going to be the backlight. What we want to do is we want to put it directly diagonal across from the key light. This is going to be key in giving that halo effect around the subject like I talked about. So for example, I've got my key light here, and then I've got my backlight shining right onto the back here, kind of giving me this halo effect around the back of my body, separating me from the background. Finally, what we're gonna wanna do is the colored lights. Today we've got the colored lights as tube lights, and these are gonna be pointed at the background. And so whether you have the floodlights kind of coming up from the bottom or tube lights pointing at the background, you want those to point at the background to kind of give it that depth and really allow your background to pop and separate you from the foreground. We've also opted in today to use a couple extra colored lights, a couple extra tubes, and these are not that bright, but they're pointing actually at the camera. And so for myself, using a nice DSLR camera, when you have the lights pointing at the front like that and the space between me and the background, it kind of gives it that blurred light effect. And then bonus points if you have some sort of neon sign that you can put up. Same thing, it's gonna give it that kind of blurred background and really make your videos look a lot more professional. And so, key bonus tip, if you're using a black background, which we're not today, we've got a white background set up, but if you're using a black background, get another little like white light to shine up at the black background. It'll help separate you from the background, especially like if I was wearing a black shirt and a black background, adding that little bit of extra light to the background is really gonna help keep that separation. With these 3 lights, your key light, your backlight, and some colored lights, you can instantly increase the quality of your videos drastically. The other important thing that can really help increase the quality of your videos is to have some high quality audio. So today we're using the Shure podcast microphone. This is gonna be like $250. You don't have to get something like this. They have some mics very similar on Amazon for maybe like $100, but highly suggest getting a microphone. You could also opt in for a lavalier mic, which is what I'm using here. And so with that, the audio, the lighting, you are gonna see an incredible increase in the quality of your videos, and it's just gonna help you stand out that much more, and it's gonna help people perceive your brand as a much higher quality brand. Now you really have 2 options. What you can do is you can go on Amazon, look up these types of lights, invest in them, shoot your videos yourself, set everything up, set up your virtual studio, and take this information and run with it, though I can't guarantee the results just because I'm giving you this information, especially if you've never worked with this type of equipment before. The second option is you could hire a team of professionals like myself to take care of all of this for you. So we would make sure that you have all the proper equipment, all at the right budget. We would get on with you and make sure that everything is set up properly and that you're ready to go for shooting your videos at a much higher level, and we would take care of everything for you. So those are your 2 options. I hope you enjoyed this training and that you got some value out of it. So thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to connect, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.